scrappy friends, this is Hannah with you today, and I'm here with Mix It Up Monday. I am making some cards. So right now you see that I cut all my cards to 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm cutting different backgrounds out, and I'm doing these a little bit smaller than the card size. So I just kind of put the paper on the card and kind of get a feel for what I think will look good. And I have that white paper that has the blue lines. I have about 4 of those, and those I actually printed off from my computer. In Photoshop, I had painted some lines, and then I ran it through my scanner, and then I put it in Photoshop and kind of cleaned it up a little bit and created my own background. And so I just printed that off as a JPEG, and it's on matte paper, and I'm going to use that for some of my cards. But I'm also going to be lining some of my cards up with some of this pattern paper. So you're just watching me cut the pattern paper. I thought I was going to use those hearts because it matches the color on the lines quite well, but then I ended up not using it. So I suppose I could have cut that part out of me cutting it, but sometimes I think I like to see people's process when they do cards, because I don't do cards very often. So, and these are pretty simple. I like to take what I have in my stash and just kind of add it to the front of the card and just, make a simple card, something not very difficult, but also looks nice too. And people like to get cards, and I probably should send more cards out than what I do, but sometimes I get so busy that I forget to send them out. But I am right now just making a whole bunch of like hello friend type cards so that I can have some to send out. I do like to just make them periodically so that I have some. But yeah, I like to have them so that I just have some cards on hand in case I need them. Though I do have moments where I need to make a special card. Like a lot of times I like to do birthday cards based on the person that I'm giving the card to. So I don't do too many birthday cards, but I have done a few. So now I'm kind of just fitting each card with the paper. And here's where I'm thinking I was going to use that blue paper and then the heart paper, and then I'm like, it's just kind of a lot using the hearts with the stripes, so I'm just going to use the stripes. I mean, and I did print these off with the intention of using them on cards, and I really like the fact that, this is something that if you guys think this is something that you'd like to see more on this channel and stuff, I can go ahead and make a video or find someone else in our group that could also make something like this. But when you scan stuff that you watercolored into Photoshop or onto your computer and you kind of clean it up a little bit and then you print them off, it's a good way to have a cute little base that you're not doing all the watercolor. I mean, not that it would be really hard to take a piece of cardstock and just make lines on it. That's not very hard. But sometimes when making cards, you don't really want it all warpy. And so I thought that this would just be a fun way to do something a little bit different. And it's something that I've been kind of working on, creating more stuff digitally so that I can like use it, and maybe, I don't know. I like that process of learning something a little bit different, and I haven't done a whole lot in Photoshop, so for me it was just kind of fun. So here I'm just taking some embellishments. I have tons of chipboard from the Maggie Holmes Shine collection, so I'm using that typewriter, and it's just perfect for a just saying hello card. And I have an Altenew stamp set that is just like your basic like hello, happy birthday, just saying you're awesome type of stamp set, and it's really cute. And so I'm gonna stamp just saying, and then I have that black die cut from the C'est La Vie collection, and it's just really nice and fun. And then I added some of those glittery circles from Maggie Holmes, and then I'm gonna add some enamel dots because they're so fun. The only thing is I will say that I probably should have added the enamel dots with some maybe glossy accents or something, or scotch. Well, I don't have the scotch dry, quick dry, but that would work too. So here I'm working on the next card, and that background is like a fabric-y with like some deer, and it's probably something that I wouldn't use like a whole ton of that paper, so I don't mind using it. And then I added half of the card, and then I'm going to use this friend, and I'm just testing this out because sometimes I do really bad at stamping and sometimes I do amazing. And so I kind of want to test it out and see what the way it looks. The thing that I don't care about, and I didn't think about this until after I did it even another time, is that if you use any like distress inks, which is the blue color, so I'm using some blue and some of that Stampin' Up ink, is that it doesn't, because it's a distress ink and it's more watery, I find that it slides around a little bit. So it can be kind of blotchy, and I don't mind it so much. And you'll see in a minute, I did add a little bit of that chalk ink with it instead of using the Stampin' Up ink because I thought that it blended a little bit better, but there's still, you can still see the different like bubbles that it makes. Probably if I would have like maybe painted it on a little bit more, it would have had more of a watercolor look. I am using just a little bit of it off to the side and just kind of filling in. The thing is you can easily add way too much water or liquid to it, and I really didn't want to do that. So I just did a little bit, and you'll see in the close-ups that you can still see those little beads. And obviously, if you're someone who likes to get perfect crisp stamping, I wouldn't suggest using distress inks. And I think that if I redid it, that I probably would have made it look a little bit more watercolory instead of the way that I did. But you know, whatever. It's not that bad. So, and then this is just that plain, and I found that tag that was in the C'est La Vie pink paisley die cut pack, and there's some cute die cuts. I love that triangle with the stripes, and because I have the blue stripes, I thought the black and white stripes were cute. And I have those puppy stickers left from Amy Tan that say hello there, and that's perfect for a card, and the color looks really nice, and it looks really cute with the bird. So here's the last one that I'm working on, and this one I'm using a Prima stamp. Is that Prima? No, that is Stampin' Up. It's one of their coffee stamps, and they also make a cup, and I could have used the cup on here too, but I really was wanting to go with less stamping and just, but it says coffee and friends are the perfect blend. And so I found some die cuts. I have a Chamel die cut, that brick that says grade A. I thought that was perfect because a lot of times when you talk about coffee, it's in like grades and stuff. And then I had this cup from Chamel, and I didn't care for the T, so I'm going to cover that up. And I'm just looking for a word phrase, and that says me and you, or you and me. I don't remember which one. It would be helpful if I actually had the cards with me, but I don't. And I'm going to have close-ups. I will apologize right now that the close-ups aren't as great as what I usually do because I had to take them last night instead. So they're not horrible. They're just not as light as what I like them to be. And then I'm going to add some plus signs. I have two small ones and then a wood one, and I really like the way that that kind of adds just a little bit more texture. And here are the close-ups. So you can see that friend isn't perfect, but it looks really, really cute with the watercolor background stripes. So I have tons of close-ups. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and just seeing like how I kind of do some cards, just make them nice and easy, add a little bit of something with some die cuts. It's a good way to get rid of some die cuts maybe that you don't care about. And like I said, if you guys have questions or want to see more stuff on like Photoshop-y things that you could maybe make for like some cards or something, let me know, and maybe I'll come up with something that I can share with you guys. And I will see you guys later, and I hope you guys have a great and inspiring week. Bye!